Chapter 1. Think Big. The mindset that shapes your future. Every great transformation begins with a thought. Not just any thought, a big one. Thinking big isn't about arrogance, fantasy, or wishful daydreaming. It's about planting a vision so bold, so clear, and so magnetic that it pulls you toward the future you were born to create. What does it mean to think big? It means refusing to be limited by your current circumstances. It means looking beyond the paycheck, beyond the fear, beyond the doubts, and asking yourself, what if I'm capable of more than I've ever imagined? The truth is, most people don't fail because they aimed too high and missed. They fail because they aimed too low and hit. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't join an easy crowd. Go where the expectations are high." Thinking big means setting expectations for yourself that stretch your soul, not just your schedule. It's the art of believing in something bigger than your past, stronger than your excuses, and deeper than your fears. But here's the catch. Thinking big is uncomfortable. It disrupts the habits of small thinking. It challenges the voice inside that says, "Play it safe." It makes you confront the question, am I willing to become the kind of person who can handle the success I say I want? Thinking big is not about having it all figured out. It's about choosing to live from vision, not memory. Your past is a reference, not a residence. Start by asking powerful questions. What would my life look like if nothing was off limits? What impact could I have if I stopped playing small? Who would I need to become to fulfill that vision? Write the answers down. Speak them aloud every morning. Make your goals visible. Make your dreams so tangible that your mind starts believing they're inevitable. Thinking big also means acting small, consistently. Big thinking without action is fantasy. But small, courageous steps taken daily in alignment with your big vision. That's how empires are built. Don't wait for confidence. Begin with clarity. Then build momentum. Let every action be a vote for the future you desire. You don't need permission to think big. You need discipline to stay committed to it. The world doesn't benefit from your playing small. It grows when you grow. It expands when you do. So today, make the decision. I will think bigger. I will dream bolder. I will believe deeper, not someday, today. This is your future. And it begins with a single, powerful thought. Chapter 2. Take action now. Turning intentions into real results ideas are powerful. Visions are inspiring, but nothing changes until you move. Until action steps into the spotlight, all the dreams, goals, and good intentions remain frozen in time. Taking action is where transformation begins. It's the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. And here's the truth. The longer you wait to act, the more your mind will find reasons not to. Excuses grow in stillness. Courage grows in motion. Jim Rohn once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." Every giant leap starts with a single, imperfect, uncertain step. Waiting for the perfect moment? It doesn't exist. Perfection is a myth designed to keep you in your comfort zone. Action doesn't mean having all the answers. It means doing the next right thing. Writing the first sentence, making the first call, waking up 30 minutes earlier, saying yes when you're scared, saying no when you're overwhelmed. These are the moments that define the difference between motion and stagnation. Don't confuse activity with progress. Busyness is a trap. True action moves the needle. It's focused, intentional, directed toward your highest values. Start small, but start now. Procrastination is the silent killer of greatness. The longer you delay, the heavier the task feels. The moment you begin, momentum kicks in. You feel lighter, clearer, more capable. The most successful people aren't necessarily the smartest or most talented. They're the ones who act when others hesitate. They move with purpose while others overthink. They try, fail, adjust, and try again. Here's the formula: clarity plus commitment plus consistent action, compounded success. Clarity comes from knowing what matters. Commitment is a decision, not a feeling. And consistent action? That's your superpower. It's what transforms the invisible into the undeniable. Make a daily ritual of forward movement. Each day, ask, what's one thing I can do today that future me will thank me for? What's the smallest step I can take that aligns with my big goal? What can I finish today, not just start? Write it down. Do it. Track it. Celebrate it. Small wins stack into big change. Let go of the fear of failure. Action teaches you faster than contemplation. You can't think your way into confidence. You act your way into it. And if you stumble? Good. That means you're moving. That means you're alive. Use every fall as feedback. Adjust, adapt, advance. You weren't born to stay still. You were built to create, build, shape, lead. But all of that only happens when you begin. So stop waiting. Start writing. Start speaking. Start building. Start becoming. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when it's safe. Start now. Because action is the language the universe understands. And your future is listening. Chapter 3. The Power of Daily Habits. How small wins create massive results. If success were a towering skyscraper, daily habits would be its foundation. They are the unseen rituals, the silent disciplines, the repeatable choices that build momentum when no one is watching. Big goals make headlines, but small habits make history. Let's be clear, no one rises to the level of their ambitions. We fall to the level of our habits. The life you have today is the echo of the habits you built yesterday. Jim Rohn often said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day." And that's the truth. Most people overestimate the power of one massive decision and underestimate the impact of consistent, seemingly insignificant choices. Waking up early, reading 10 pages, drinking water, meditating, writing your goals, saying no to distractions. These don't make headlines, but stack them together over months and years. That's how greatness sneaks in. The real power of habits isn't what they do to your schedule, it's what they do to your identity. Every time you follow through on a habit, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. You're not just flossing your teeth, you're becoming someone who values health. You're not just reading, you're becoming a learner. You're not just saving money, you're becoming someone who builds a future. Here's the truth no one talks about. Motivation fades. Emotion is fickle. But habits? They are dependable. When your feelings fail you, your systems save you. So how do you build habits that last? 1. Start ridiculously small. Don't aim to write a book. Aim to write one sentence. Don't try to run 5 miles. Start by putting your shoes on. Make it too easy to fail. 2. Link it to an anchor. Tie your new habit to something you already do. After brushing teeth, write your top 3 priorities. After pouring coffee, read 1 page. This habit stacking makes new behaviors stick. 3. Make it visible. Use calendars, habit trackers, sticky notes, anything that reminds you of your commitment. What gets tracked gets improved. 4. Celebrate tiny wins. Every win is a signal to your brain. This matters. Dopamine loves progress. Reward keeps you going. 5. Design your environment. Don't rely on willpower. Rely on setup. Put the book on your pillow. Block social media apps. Remove friction between you and your future self. 6. Forgive the failures. You will slip. You will skip a day. It doesn't matter. Success isn't perfection. It's consistency over time. One miss is a blip. 2 misses is the beginning of a new habit. What separates winners from wishers isn't luck, intelligence, or background. It's the simple commitment to do the boring thing every day. Without applause, every day you wake up is a new vote. Will you choose the habit that builds you or the one that breaks you? Your habits are either designing your destiny or slowly dismantling it. You don't need a 10-year plan. You need a 10-minute ritual. You don't need perfect conditions. You need repeated action. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to win the morning, then win the afternoon, then win the evening. Do that long enough, and the compound effect will handle the rest. Tiny hinges swing big doors. Never underestimate the power of what you do daily, because eventually it becomes who you are permanently. Success isn't a goal, it's a habit, and today is your chance to begin again. Chapter 4. Choose results, not excuses. The turning point of every champion. Every champion reaches a crossroads. One road is well-worn and comfortable. It's the road of excuses, a place where stories justify inaction and blame becomes a shield. The other road is less traveled, harder to walk, but far more rewarding. It's the road of results. What makes the difference between the two? A decision, a conscious, deliberate, courageous choice to take responsibility for your life. Jim Rohn said, "If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse." Excuses are seductive. They feel safe. They let you off the hook. I don't have time. I'm too old. They got lucky. But excuses steal your power. They quietly rob you of growth, joy, and progress. Results, on the other hand, require ownership. They demand action, persistence, and resilience. Results come from facing hard truths and still choosing to move forward. Here's the hard truth. Life doesn't reward intentions. It rewards execution. You may have dreams, goals, plans, journals full of ideas. But none of that counts until action turns it into results. Excuses keep you busy defending your limitations. Results require you to rise above them. So how do you choose results? 1. Tell the truth. Start by getting brutally honest with yourself. Are you avoiding action by hiding behind a story? Are you blaming instead of building? Clarity starts with honesty. 2. Own everything. Even if it's not your fault, it's your responsibility. You can't always control the situation, but you can control your response. 3. Replace blame with behavior. Don't say, "I can't because of them." Say, "What can I do despite them?" 4. Measure what matters. Track actions, not just thoughts. Did you do the workout? Make the call? Hit the goal? Results come from what you do, not what you intend. 5. Embrace feedback, not failure. Every result, even a missed one, is information. It's guidance. Use it to get better. Choosing results over excuses is not a one-time act. It's a daily decision. It's choosing discipline over comfort, growth over pride, vision over fear. Excuses keep you loyal to your past. Results invite you to create a future. The turning point of every champion isn't talent, timing, or luck. It's the moment they stop running from responsibility and start running toward results. It is the decision to stop defending your limitations and start building your possibilities. So what story have you been telling yourself? And more importantly, is it serving you or stopping you? Rewrite the story. Take the next step. Do the hard thing. Results don't lie. They reflect your choices. And today, you get to choose again. Chapter 5. Discipline. The bridge between goals and accomplishment goals are dreams with a deadline. But between the dream and the achievement stands one invisible force: discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the quiet muscle behind every great accomplishment. The runner who trains in the rain, the writer who types when uninspired, the entrepreneur who builds when others binge. That's discipline. Jim Rohn once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without that bridge, your dreams are stuck on an island of good intentions. Discipline is how you cross. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes with your mood." Discipline, it shows up when you're tired, when you're bored, when you're frustrated. It doesn't ask for permission. It gets to work. So, why do so many people avoid discipline? Because it's uncomfortable. Because it requires saying no when everyone else is saying yes. Because it demands delayed gratification in a world obsessed with instant results. But here's what most people forget. Discipline is freedom. It gives you control over your time, your energy, your results. It keeps you aligned with your purpose when distractions try to seduce you. And over time, it becomes a form of self-respect. Not because it's easy, but because you become someone you can count on. Want to feel proud? Follow through. Want to feel powerful? Keep your word to yourself. Want to feel peace? Live in alignment with your values. All of that comes from discipline. So how do you build it? 1. Start with structure. Your calendar should reflect your commitments. Block time. Schedule priorities. Don't leave discipline to chance. 2. Lower the activation energy. Make it easy to start. Lay out your clothes. Prep the workspace. Remove friction between you and the first step. 3. Honor the micro-commitments. When you say you'll do something, even something tiny, do it. That's how trust is built, and trust is the fuel of long-term consistency. 4. Detach from emotion. You won't always feel like showing up. That's not the point. Let action lead, and emotion will catch up. 5. Stack discipline in identity. Don't just do disciplined things. Become a disciplined person. Tell yourself, I am the kind of person who follows through. Discipline isn't punishment. It's preparation. It prepares you to handle more, to rise higher, to lead others, to expand your impact. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're making a deposit into your future. You're building a foundation that won't crack under pressure. You want to live a life few enjoy? Then be willing to do what few are willing to do. Wake up early. Show up consistently. Study relentlessly. Execute fearlessly. You don't have to be perfect, just committed. The results will show. In your energy, in your mindset, in your bank account, in your relationships. Because discipline touches every corner of your life. So today, ask yourself, what one habit would change everything for me if I stuck to it? What excuses am I ready to silence? What future am I building every time I follow through? Remember, the pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Choose wisely. Build the bridge. Walk across it. Discipline is waiting. And so is the life you were meant to live. Chapter 6. The Power of Purpose. Living for something greater than yourself. There comes a moment in every person's life when they ask, why am I here? It's not a question of existence, it's a question of significance. Purpose is the compass that gives direction to your energy. It's what transforms talent into impact, pain into meaning, and effort into legacy. Without purpose, success feels empty. You can have money, status, and accolades, but if they aren't connected to something deeper, something that serves more than just yourself, it won't feel like enough. Rohn said, "If you have a purpose strong enough, you will find a way to succeed." Purpose is what fuels perseverance. It's what makes you get back up when motivation fades. It's what drives you to serve when it would be easier to quit. Purpose makes the hard things worth it, because you're no longer just chasing goals, you're living for a mission. So how do you find your purpose? 1. Look at your pain. Often, your greatest purpose comes from your greatest struggle. What have you overcome that others still battle with? 2. Examine your joy. What activities make you feel alive, energized, aligned? Your purpose often lives at the intersection of what you love and what helps others. 3. Identify who you want to serve. Purpose is rarely selfish. Who benefits when you show up fully? Who wins when you succeed? 4. Clarify your values. What matters most to you? Integrity? Freedom? Growth? Love? Purpose is the living expression of your deepest values. 5. Start where you are. You don't need to quit your job or move to the mountains. Purpose isn't found in a place. It's activated in how you show up where you already are. Purpose isn't a one-time discovery. It evolves. It deepens. It becomes clearer as you live it. When you live with purpose, your work becomes meaningful. Your problems become stepping stones. Your days become intentional. Your life becomes legacy. And when you lose your way, come back to purpose. Let it anchor you. Let it humble you. Let it lift you. Purpose is not about being the best. It's about being useful. It's not about being impressive. It's about being impactful. It doesn't require applause. It requires alignment. You don't have to save the world. Just serve your part of it. Live each day with this belief. My life matters. My voice matters. My contribution matters. Because when you live with purpose, you wake up differently. You lead differently. You love differently. You're no longer just existing. You're becoming. And that's the power of purpose. Live it. Share it. Let it lead you. Chapter 7. Master your mindset. The inner game of transformation. Success doesn't start in your bank account, your resume, or your social circle. It starts in your mind. Your mindset is the lens through which you interpret the world. It's the voice narrating your story, the filter shaping your possibilities, and the gatekeeper of your beliefs. Before you change your life, you must change the way you think. Rohn said, "You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself." And it starts with your mindset. Your thoughts are not just thoughts. They are instructions to your nervous system. They shape your attitude, your behavior, and ultimately your identity. You're not a victim of your thoughts. You're the author of them. So how do you master your mindset? 1. Observe your inner dialogue. Notice the words you use when you speak to yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? Encouraging or shaming? Your self-talk creates your self-image. 2. Challenge limiting beliefs. Just because a thought feels true doesn't mean it is. Question it. Ask, is this belief serving my growth or shrinking it? 3. Feed your mind like a champion. What you consume mentally is as important as what you consume physically. Read books, listen to empowering content, surround yourself with voices that elevate you. 4. Upgrade your questions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" Your questions direct your focus. Better focus creates better results. 5. Visualize with emotion. Your mind doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experience and reality. Use that. See yourself succeeding. Feel it. Rehearse it. 6. Anchor your identity and growth. Don't say, "I'm bad at this." Say, "I'm learning to master this." See yourself as a work in progress, always evolving, always expanding. Mindset isn't a motivational tool. It's a survival skill. In the face of challenge, it's your mindset that will determine whether you rise or retreat. Everyone has doubts. Everyone has fears. But those who succeed don't silence those voices. They override them with stronger beliefs. When your mind believes something's possible, your behavior aligns with that belief. You try harder. You persist longer. You recover faster. Your external world is a reflection of your internal pattern. NS. If you want different results, plant different thoughts. Here's the truth. Adversity is guaranteed. But victimhood is optional. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you interpret and respond to it. Mindset mastery is about taking full ownership of your internal world so you can navigate the external world with power, peace, and purpose. Think of your mind like a garden. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow. Cultivate gratitude, water courage, prune negativity, harvest belief. Because in the end, success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. And that becoming begins with your mindset. Master it, and the rest will follow. Chapter 8. Time, your most valuable currency. If money is valuable, time is priceless. Unlike money, you can't earn more of it, borrow it, or save it for later. Once it's spent, it's gone. And how you invest your time determines the return you get on your life. Jim Rohn said, "Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time." Time is the great equalizer. No matter your background, age, or status, everyone gets 24 hours a day. The difference between success and mediocrity lies in how those hours are spent. Do you spend your time reacting or creating, drifting or directing, consuming or producing? Every minute you spend is a vote for the life you want, or the one you're settling for. To master time, first, you must respect it. Treat your time like it matters, and others will too. Here's how to become a master of your time. 1. Know your priorities. You don't need more time. You need more clarity. What truly matters? Identify your highest values and align your time accordingly. 2. Plan your days with intention. Start each morning knowing your top 3 outcomes. Don't just fill your calendar. Fill your life with purpose. 3. Say no more often. Every yes is a no to something else. Guard your time like your future depends on it, because it does. 4. Eliminate distractions. Notifications, noise, and meaningless scrolling are thieves. Design your environment to help you focus, not fragment. 5. Work in blocks. Batch similar tasks. Focus deeply, then rest deliberately. Time is best used in rhythms, not in chaos. 6. Audit your time weekly. Where did your time go? What produced results? What drained you? Awareness breeds improvement. The truth is, most people don't have a time problem. They have a priority problem. Time will pass either way. But progress? That's optional. It's earned by being intentional. Trade time for value, not for comfort. Trade time for learning, not just entertainment. Trade time for building, not just maintaining. Every hour is an investment. What kind of return are you getting? Don't just manage time. Multiply it. Create systems, delegate tasks, and automate the repetitive so you can focus on what matters most. Time mastery isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, more often. When you align your time with your values, your schedule becomes sacred. You stop living by accident and start living by design. Remember, you can waste money and recover. Waste time, and it's gone forever. So treat time as your most precious currency. Spend it on growth, spend it on love, spend it on legacy. Because when your time is invested with intention, your life becomes a masterpiece. Chapter 9. Build relationships that elevate you. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Success is not a solo act. It's a symphony of relationships. The people you surround yourself with, the voices you allow in, the energy you choose to stay connected to. Jim Rohn famously said, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." That truth cuts deep. Your relationships shape your mindset, your expectations, your habits, and your standards. They can pull you forward or drag you down. They can expand your vision or shrink your belief. The question isn't just, who do I want to become, but also, who is helping me get there? Great relationships don't happen by accident. They are built through intention, trust, and alignment. Here's how to build relationships that elevate you. 1. Audit your circle. Who lifts you higher? Who drains your energy? Who challenges your thinking? Be honest. Some relationships are seasonal. They're not meant to go the whole journey. 2. Seek values, not just vibes. It's easy to connect with people who are fun. But do they share your principles? Do they live with integrity, discipline, and purpose? 3. Be the energy you want to attract. You want loyalty? Be loyal. You want honesty? Be honest. You want people who show up? Show up. 4. Set boundaries without guilt. Protect your peace. Not everyone gets equal access to your time, energy, or attention. That's not selfish. It's strategic. 5. Invest in real connection. Go deeper than small talk. Ask real questions. Listen without agenda. Celebrate their wins. Mourn their losses. Be present. 6. Learn from those ahead of you. Mentors compress time. They reveal blind spots. They model what's possible. Seek them out. Honor their wisdom. 7. Serve without keeping score. Give generously. Share your knowledge. Make introductions. Love without expectation. True relationships are built on contribution, not contracts. You become like the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with dreamers, doers, builders, believers. People who see greatness in you even when you can't see it in yourself. People who challenge your excuses and remind you of your potential. Let go of toxic ties. You don't have to hate them, but you don't have to hold on to them either. Some connections are meant to be released so you can rise. Remember, your network is not just about opportunity. It's about accountability, elevation, evolution. So ask yourself, who am I becoming because of the people around me? Who do I need more of in my life? Who do I need to bless and release? The quality of your life is a reflection of the quality of your relationships. Build them with care. Protect them with intention. And let them lift you to heights you could never reach alone. Chapter 10. Leave a legacy that outlives you. One day, your name will be spoken for the last time. One day, your voice will become a memory. But what you stood for, that can live on forever. Legacy isn't about fame, fortune, or having your name etched in stone. Legacy is about how you made people feel. It's about the values you lived, the lessons you taught, and the impact you left behind. Jim Rohn said, "All good men and women must take responsibility to create legacies that will take the next generation to a level we could only imagine." Legacy isn't built at the end. It's built in the moments no one sees, in how you love your family, in how you show up with integrity, in how you lead when it's hard, in how you serve without expecting credit. You don't have to change the world to leave a legacy. You just have to change someone's world, even if it's one person at a time. So how do you build a legacy worth remembering? 1. Live with intention. Don't drift. Decide. Let every action reflect the bigger story you want your life to tell. 2. Pass down your principles. What do you believe? What have you learned? Write it. Record it. Share it. Legacy is built when wisdom is transferred. 3. Model what matters. Children may not remember your words, but they will never forget your example. Show them how to live. 4. Mentor the next generation. Invest your time. Share your failures. Be the guide you once needed. 5. Create more than you consume. Make art. Build businesses. Start movements. Leave behind what others can grow from. 6. Stand for something, even when it's unpopular, even when it's uncomfortable. Be known for your courage, not your convenience. 7. Finish well. Legacy isn't how you start, it's how you end. Face the finish line with grace, generosity, and gratitude. You're writing your legacy right now, with every choice, every word, every moment. Legacy isn't about being remembered. It's about being worthy of remembrance. So ask yourself, what do I want people to say when I'm gone? What stories will they tell? What values will they carry because of me? Live your life as if someone else's life depends on it. Because it does. You may never know the full extent of your influence. But rest assured, someone is watching, someone is learning, someone is growing because of you. So plant trees under whose shade you may never sit. Speak truth you may never hear echoed. Give love you may never see returned. Because this is how legacies are built. You came here not just to succeed. You came here to contribute, to elevate, to leave the world better than you found it. And that's the kind of success that never dies.